let's do this video, put it out for free, this project I've been working for 2.5 years. To see like Saul from Chase Status and Plastician coming to my show. I mean, now it's one button, I'm on to the next song. Intrigued me from the word go.
So we're live at Danny Seth's home, me and Roy.
Welcome to the crib, bro.
Welcome to the crib, bro. Like Ronnie Gent says, welcome to the crib.
I fuck with the whole movement, and obviously gotta support the family. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. I watched a couple of things. I think it's very, unique, diverse. I think it offers something that people haven't really had yet. So
I was gonna say,
happy to be part of your meal today.
My meal.
Please don't try and eat me. I don't have that much meat on me. I'm just bone.
Basically, with RealTalk today, obviously, let's explain who we are. So RealTalk is a podcast. My name's Scott Wise, Roy Dans. We run a podcast. We decided that, something that you stand for, Danny. I listen to a lot of shit you say, obviously being one of my best friends. And when I need something, obviously you upgrade to my family. My family. Come on, Danny, please.
Anyone we need something.
Come on, Danny. Family. I need just pick up some hash. You're my family, bro. You're my family. But... but thank you for coming on today, bro.
So good.
So you're right now what a symbol of what we're trying to do. We're trying to be creative. We're trying to blow up in this what London is a small pond at the end of the day. Sure. And with the internet today, me and Roy both discussed when we started this is a global platform. The internet gives everyone a fucking global platform to do what they want. And mate, you are the biggest symbol of that if we talk about in the UK. Because how many times have we discussed let's introduce yourself, bro. Talk about what you're trying to do at the moment.
No, I'm Danny Seth. I'm a rapper from the UK, but I never let that phrase kind of restrict me from being what I want to be. I love UK hip hop. I love grime. That's my shit all day. I grew up on that shit, but it was kind of difficult to relate to because I didn't grow up in a grime environment. So I found my pleasures in the Neptunes and the Clips and all US kind of hip hop when I was younger.
And we love that dubstep as well.
No, for sure. We grew up in that's where I used to be a DJ too. So
shout out DS Beats.
Shout out DS Beats.
Beats
in it. But yeah, kind of. You're right. The internet kind of was such a global platform. I was like, let's try and put us on the map and try and build as my tag is the British are coming because the
British are coming.
Literally.
So I actually did those vocals. If everyone wants to shout, I did those vocals.
He did. He was gonna do it for RealTalk, but I tried to sue him when he tried to do it.
It was an Eminem situation. My family tried to sue me.
But yeah, kind of. I just the internet allows no barriers, and it made it very acceptable for international kind of rap to be put on the map. It was kind of with the Iggy's and the Young Leans, it kind of made European rap, and Australian rap we have a better ear for this because we, before the internet, we wouldn't have even seen that these people existed. So, kind of,
What was that? Well, explain to me the music before the internet. What was happening?
Well, I was only really, I was young when that kind of was, and I was kind of naive. And we used to go to HMV and buy CDs and shit, and
it's insane.
I've seen it go from CD Walkmans to mini disc players to MP3, to 3 songs on a stick of MP3 that you could take around.
That was the cool guy selling on the street. I mean, he had the USB, bro.
We're in the
USB.
School, we're in the kind of generation of this. I call it the skipping generation because we can have 1,000 songs on our phone and all we have to do is press skip. Whereas back in the day, if you were gonna give a label your record, it was a vinyl and you had A and B side, and just to flip it from A to B side was a long time. It's a long effort. So you're going to listen to the song the whole way through. That's just how it used to be. Now it's one button, I'm on to the next song. Intrigued me from the word go. Again, back to the internet kind of is we need to look at something visually pleasing because, we're young, we want to see something that strikes us, and we want to hear something that's, pleasing to the ears. It's the youth of today, we we get bored quick.
Yeah, we're the youth of 5 senses at the end of the day. We really are heading in the direction where, you know, you're going to be able to feel someone's music in more of a way than just, you know, that I fuck with that. And mate, I wanted to say one thing that, you know, me and Roy both were discussing yesterday when we were looking at, you know, obviously I was there for, you know, the whole process in regards to the making of the IRI's video, which is, you know, obviously a lot of your fans, or all of your fans, have definitely locked onto it, and new fans. Like the feedback has been insane. Like you're into, like the difference between likes, like, it is insane. Probably the best we've seen on any artist we've had on the show, and it's just like that visual there, like that just shows your creativeness. Do you know what I mean? At the end of it, like, when we look at English rappers, and I don't come from a grime background at the end of the day, and I know, like, you know, a lot of English rappers are supporting it at the moment. You know, shout out to Fecky. We went to his show in London. It was fucking sick. And the actual, you know, the visuals on a lot of what London crew are doing, like, it's like, okay, cool, like, it looks good. You know, the Skepta video, he won an award. It looks good.
It's dope.
But it's been done, and it kind of is a repeat. But to go into the desert with a fucking i8 and to be, bro, the White Forest, bro.
Yeah, because you know, we grew up on you know, the visuals of Busta Rhymes, who would kind of do these outlandish videos. You know, even like old Hove shit, like it would be like movies, like mini movies. And nowadays you can find a dude with a red camera and, you know, the right direction, and you can be like, let's fucking do this. You know, we got super hooked up with
and the platforms there.
You know, the platforms, the internet, bang, drop it online, and it's free. Like, that's the whole thing with me, is that I'm a kid. I'm very rarely going out and buying an album on iTunes. I do it, but like, I'll buy Drake, I'll buy Kendrick, I'll buy the big boys, and, you know, it's
out of respect.
It's out of respect, and because now I'm in the industry. I don't actually download a lot of music. As another subject, because I mean, listen to other music, because it takes off the goal what I'm trying to do. You know, you can listen to a certain person, you can fall into that category. But the thing with the whole free thing is that it's very rare that I'm going to buy music, and I'm sure 95% of kids, you know, my age are buying music too. So I felt like, let's do this video, you know, put it out for free. This project I've been working for 2.5 years, and like, let's put this for free. You know, I just did a free London show. I sold my car. You know, I sold my car just to put this show on. It's like, I understand what
you tried to sell it to me. You tried to sell it to me, but the clutch
was
broken. The clutch was broken. But yeah, it was who bought it. Did they get invited to the show at least?
They couldn't make it that day, but the whole free shit is that, you know, Perception, the album, which I will explain later, it's free. Like, if I'm doing this for free, like, imagine when you actually have to pay for it. So I want to put my full kind of energy into this, the vision, the thing, and be like, whoa, like, Danny's doing this for free. Let's imagine what he's going to do when we have to pay for it, the levels that we can see.
Mate, it's relatable, because who the fuck is going to pay? I see a lot of podcasts start up. Who the fuck is going to pay to sit and watch me and Roy with the most disgustingly hairy faces?
You'd have to pay me to fucking watch us.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? No one's going to pay, but we put it out for free, and if people fuck with it, then they fuck with it. And look, if you want to do other things in regards to monetization, that's cool, but at the beginning, you got to get love, man.
Sure,
and you got,
man, it's organic. Building on organic fan base. Like, you know, people can have one hit wonders and be so hot for a minute, and then 6 months they dissolve. You know, that was the whole thing with me. You know, I had a video out a few years ago, which you were also there for, and it was blowing up in a way that I could see it was just going to be around for a minute, be hot, and then disappear.
Yeah, and you'll be missing for a minute.
I've been missing for a minute, innit? So I was, you know, it took a lot of guts for me to kind of be like, let's take it down.
I remember that decision.
When did you realise that you had to do that? When did you realise that? I realised it
when I'd seen examples around me happening, and I'd seen the longevity, and I'd studied how people, you know, have lasted in the game. Like, it's so many people coming in and out, and I think people come in it with, you know, a really hot head, like I did, and I was like, fuck it, let's just put a video on the internet. My raps weren't strong enough. I wasn't ready for.
How long was this into it? Like, would you say?
I was about 2 years into it.
2 years in. So you hadn't learned, you haven't mastered your craft yet?
I hadn't mastered my craft, and it was like, I could bar up and then I could go on radio and then they asked me to spit and then what happens? You know, I hadn't mastered my sound even. I hadn't got a sound. I was listening to too many people. It was like, why am I trying to copy them and do them? And finding your sound is definitely the hardest thing. I think that's where I got very lucky with Zach, who I've been my producer from day one.
Who's your 40 at the end of the day?
That's it. And you know, MDS is, and MDS my boy.
Shout out to MDS living in Finland.
Yeah, that's where I'm going in 4 hours flight to remix the whole project. But
Jesus,
in
the studio of MDS for 2 weeks. God.
But yeah, no, it's like, I think once you exactly the same in your lane, there's no one else doing what you're doing, but it's getting it right. Even like what Jake said, it's not about who did it first, it's about who did it right.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel, man.
For sure. And you know,
but you haven't reinvented the wheel.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. And I don't do it for myself. Again, I do it for the British who come. I do it for kids who are, you know, at home watching this and be like, if Danny can do it, I can do it.
Yeah,
like there's no stop. And just number one like piece of advice is just never listen to anyone else. Like, I can't tell you that if I would have listened to people,
bro,
especially from where we're from, it would have just brought me down. Like, don't get it twisted, there's days where I'm down and I'm this, but if I would have listened to people, I wouldn't have done it. I had to block everyone out.
Bro, there's a book from an author called Stephen Pressfield that I read, and it's all about like resistance. And it says like your biggest resistance as a creative person is someone that knows you, that has a perception of you already. Shout out perception. Because it comes, mate, how many times you called your free album Perception? We have a joke that we just say perception about everything, but the joke is that it's true. It's insane. So the perception that, you know, your people that already know you, they know you from, you know, when you've gone down to the fucking, they've seen you drunk, you know, they've at a club, they've seen you, you know, after you've had an argument.
To come in with a blank slate.
Yeah, you can't. You know? So you can't ask those people, bro, because they're not the ones that can give you your truth. Do you know what I mean?
It's only people that you respect you should listen to.
Yeah.
And then if you don't, I don't respect, you know, accountants who are telling me,
I feel
what the hell are you doing?
You got to respect them, that they're happy in their own right.
Doing, but
don't tell me how to rap.
They haven't seen what the, you know, the levels we've seen, and when you see that, you know, it's easy to stay in a box and to be content.
I feel
and don't get it twisted. You know, being content is probably one of the best things in the world, but explore, man. Just fucking. Again, just don't.
Mate, we're on this planet once.
Amen. And I know it sounds corny, but that saying YOLO, bro. Like I know it's corny, but like it's true, bro. Like if you're trying to fucking live and be fucking yourself.
But do you know who probably gave it that corny nickname? It's the people that hate on it because they're not living like it's only one life. 100%. Bro. They're waiting for that fucking, you know. I don't know, bro. I don't know what they're waiting for. They're just doing shit for comfortability, man.
So when was your moment? What was that moment in your head when you were like, fuck it, this is something I have to go for? And you didn't do it half-assed, you know?
No.
You moved out and you went for it.
Yeah. At the moment, I think was, you know, when I sat, you know, there's a group from our area, Mode Step, who are fucking dope as fuck. And I had I have a lot of respect for fucking Josh. And I was interning in a label doing publishing, and I was sat there, you know. So when I was just thinking about like, do I do it? Like, do I fucking do it? And he came on in my office, and they were like, "Yeah, we just signed this group and publishing here." I was like, "This dude is from round the corner to me. I'm in an office in LA, and now he's just been signed." So I was just like, "Fuck, man! If these, you know, if he can do it and make it over here, then why can't I?" And I think I think it took. You know, I'm very lucky. You know, my parents, even though one lives abroad and one lives here, both very supportive of me. We're like, you know, we trust in what you're doing.
That's big as well.
For sure it is. I lost 80% of my friends. Not because we got an argument, just
I'm
because
still here for you, Danny.
Yeah. Just because if you're not rolling with me, fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't need that negative. I believe in the secret.
No, but if they are doing like, so like obviously we come from pretty much the same social group, and it's like I feel like that you're doing what you want to do. Like you've got a girlfriend, fair enough. Like you're working in recruitment, fair enough. You're doing well, fair enough. I'm happy for you. So why the hell, like, are you hating? Like, do you know what I mean? Where's the negativity
Do you know what
coming
I was
from?
going to say? But they're pissed off because
we've
people
experienced
work.
this the last couple of
Yeah,
days.
we have. People work 5 days a week to enjoy 2 days a week.
Exactly. I think
But do
Less
they
than
enjoy
20.
those 2
Bro,
days?
they enjoy less than a quarter of their lives.
that's what I'm saying. So, but that brings in the whole topic of, you know, hate. Like,
Yeah.
what people don't realize is actually the biggest motivator. I don't think we would do what we do if it wasn't for hate. If I didn't know people were going, oh, the fucking Danny Sill, the fuck is he doing? It makes me go, I need to prove this dude wrong. I'm not going to say it to him.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shit on him when I've made it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of keeping your mouth, it's keeping your head together.
Yeah.
You know, we also live in an era of, you know, comments. Like, people hide behind a fucking
Bro,
username.
if you want to see the most disgusting part of the human race, because
It's
it's not on the
disgusting.
train, because no one fucking speaks to each other. When I worked in recruitment, and no one fucking speaks to each other on the train to work. It's silent. It's papers. It's phones. And then on YouTube comments, it's you dirty, hairy, fucking disgusting
Yeah,
eggs
it's crazy.
trying to talk
It's
to
because
me.
it's because
insane.
people don't have that connection to real life anymore.
No, and
It's
that's
very
their
scary,
connections
bro.
through
That's
this,
scary.
and it's like people are.
Disgusting
It's
people
because
are.
people who are living their lives in a shell, when they're not fully living, their only outlet is
For
doing something
sure.
like that.
You know,
Bro, it's scary that they've
it
got a
is
platform
crazy
for that, man.
It's
and how
crazy
evil
how,
it is.
and just, you know, to be anonymous, but
Yeah, but let's be real, and I don't want to fucking act like, look, we've been boys since we're young. I don't want to like act like, look, but like, mate, your feedback is insane. Like, we've just started.
only now. Jesus Christ! At the beginning,
Yeah, I
it
feel
was.
you. We had our first
disgusting.
bit of hate yesterday.
Yeah.
on our,
I know.
And then we
I'm
got
trying-
some comments as well.
I nearly cried.
Oh,
let me
did
tell.
you
Let
see
me
these
tell. Let me
comments
tell you
on
the best.
YouTube?
No. Let me tell you the best piece of advice
Yeah.
I ever got given. It's by my brother, not my actual brother, but my brother Rowan Jones, Route 94. He blew up in front of my eyes. Like, I respect him so much.
He came from Dream Dubstep.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember
blew out in
being
front of my
number one
eyes,
in
and
the
I was
UK.
still, you know, I'm still out struggling, but I was like, how the hell do you deal with the hate? He's like, Danny, bro, I don't ever read the comments, and ever since then, I don't read any comments.
For real.
If anyone comes into my house telling me something, I'll kick them out. What's the point? They're not. It's not Jay-Z telling me fucking oh what the fuck. It's some dude sitting in his bedroom wanking off to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, sticks and stones might break my bones. You're saying what I said, but words won't hurt me. And we live in it. We've been brought up like, oh, you know, fucking. We got brought up in a society where everyone bitches, bro. You're hated one minute, you're loved the next. I kind of feel that kind of made us like give us
Prepared?
this skin, yeah. Or prepared. You're
And
never
the thing is,
prepared
the hate's
for
never
that.
to your face as well.
Never
you know?
to
It's
your face.
never to the
and the
face.
best is when you know it's behind the back and they love you to your face.
Yeah. But it's so see-through. It's so see-through. Don't you
Me
think?
and Roy are talking like we get a lot of hate. We had our first ever piece of hate.
Oh yeah, I made it, bro. I got one hater.
We're
It's
ready
cool.
to retire.
You haven't. You, know,
He said my beard was shit. I've made it, bro. It's cool.
Your beard is shit, though.
you
Yeah,
haven't
alright,
made
yeah.
it unless they hate it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
it.
But you know what they say? There's a saying. I don't know if you know. It's the best revenge is living well.
Amen
that's
to
it.
that. Amen to that.
And am I living well when I have an L skin in my mouth? I'm doing something I love with one of my best friends and one of my new best
Yeah,
friends.
another. You know,
There's another
you-
boy in the background.
You know, another thing is that you
It's
know
the life.
you never work a day in your life when you're doing something you love.
No.
and that is why they hate too.
Yeah.
because most of them are sat at a desk doing what they don't like,
I feel you.
and we're just having fun with our life. And what you got to remember is that there will always be hate.
Yeah.
That it's just underlying fact. If you want to come into this fucking industry, any industry where you're in the public eye,
I feel you.
deal with it. Don't deal with it on Twitter. Don't deal with it on this. Like, just ignore it, bro. Like,
I feel
the
you.
best thing you can do is ignore, and that's simple as. And you know, I don't read the comments. I'm sure you know there's some disgusting ones there who you know.
I've
let
read
me
them and
know.
there aren't.
but I know you know there was, and it threw me off so much. It threw me off my
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah.
But once you realise that it's just not even part of the fucking.
Want some joy?
No, I'm actually alright. Thank you.
Roy?
Yeah, so you just shut up for the next half hour. as
Please
well,
don't
bruv.
get your beard anywhere near it because I don't want nits. Because I washed my beard today.
But I tell you what, do you know what? I once burnt off half my beard trying to light
Really?
a joint. Yeah, man.
People think it's funny to come up to me and go like that. I swear, people think it's funny to come up to me.
Honestly, it's like you wouldn't go up to a chick in the street and be like, "Oh, she got a great body. Do you mind if I have a squeeze, love?" Do you know what I mean? It's like people coming
I
up.
get people, but
That's what I'm
Danny,
saying.
your beard's
You wouldn't go
insane
up
as
and-
well.
I know it's pretty crazy. At the
It's
moment.
crazy. You're just repping.
I
that
just
here.
hit puberty yesterday, so you got to give me a couple.
Muzzle top.
Jesus Christ, give me a couple,
Bro, let's talk about obviously your project. Like pretty much everything on Twitter at the moment, everything on fucking Facebook is leading up to, you know, this moment, and being behind the scenes, like the journey feels like, you know, this has been biggest emotional battle for everyone involved in your life, for you, like personally, is for your family, and it's been positive, it's been negative, and that's something else with Real Talk. Like, you know, it's not just about that boring 10-minute interview where you're like, oh my God, when's your album coming out, Danny? Oh my God, your hair looks crazy. Oh my God, wow, your tattoos. Wow, people buy now. It's real, bro. Like, we want to hear like everything. So talk us through, you know, the idea for Perception, how it came along. Talk about like the road, and talk about where you are right now. You know, people anticipating the drop. Talk about, you know, how you've got here, bro, because it's crazy.
It is great, and you know, you have been there, but you know, through all of it from the beginning. You know, the concept came like 2.5 years ago, again after the situation I just said about the whole video blowing up and music, and I wanted it to be about the, you know, the music, so I was elusive. I took a visual down. No, not today, I got a long day tomorrow.
No problem. You want some? Just one take.
I don't want to.
Wow. Right, get the police in, please.
They ain't coming to my house.
And thank you for letting us in your home today,
No,
because I've got a team of 6, like as part of Real Talk, and we have turned Danny's house into
There's
a
something
studio.
going on as well, but I don't know what the fuck's like.
Pardon? Why is the mic? Yeah, but I'm ugly, bro, so I like to hide away behind it. It's my subconsciousness, bro.
Bro, they've been trying to get me fucking move furniture. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
God,
What is going on?
No, it's fine. Let's carry on, because look, Toby, Guido, will you dye his hair, please? Because we've talked in previous podcasts about him wanting to dye his hair. We've got an idea, Danny. We're gonna send Toby to a dominatrix.
Wow.
We're gonna
We've
be
got one
like
coming in,
We've got one coming
so-
in, so we're gonna basically introduce Toby to her. Get a little promo video of Toby being tied up.
It's quite a good idea.
Quite a good idea. Would you? Yeah, shot by Dan. So yeah, talk to us, man. You were talking about Perception. Apologies for interrupting. Toby,
Yeah, sorry
God,
about
fucking
that.
hell, you're fired, bro. What's this, bro? You're fired.
Perception, you know, as I said about the video and the music, kind of wanted to leave it open-ended. Like, perception, people have preconceived perception of me even before hearing my music. I'm white, I'm Jewish, you know, I'm from Northwest London. People are gonna think something already without even hearing my music.
I'm gonna think you're a white Jew from North London.
And then when they hear my music, they're also gonna think something different. They go out, they could be, oh, what the fuck is this? Social media is so big that you can air your perception of someone with one touch of a button. So for me, it's like, I'm not going to tell you this is the best fucking album. I'm not going to tell you it's the worst album. It's your perception of it. It's very strong in the artwork too. It's all about symbology. Some people think it was trash. Some people would think it was open-ended. Some people will look deep and find stuff that even I can't find. But again, this is an era of perception. Like, we joke about it. We say it all the time. It's like how everything is perceived so differently. And in this industry, it's just like, your perception can change in a second of someone. In a second. Like, it's crazy. And I just, you know, again, I wanted to leave it open. Like, I am not going to tell you this is good. I'm not going to tell you should pay for this. I'm not going to tell you should take it for free. I can't change, you know, how you perceive me. So I want my music to do the talking, to change your perception. You know, that's the whole theme. There's a whole theme through the album which says, in my city, I'm dark night, which I use quite a lot. It's like, I feel that in the beginning, London didn't want to accept me, and they didn't want to fuck with me. And, you know, Batman had so much fucking hassle from the people. They didn't know if he was good or if he was bad, but at the end of the day, he was trying to do the best for Gotham City. And I feel, you know, even though people may not be accepting me, I'm saying, you know, I'm trying to be the Dark Knight myself. I don't care if I don't get praised for it. I'll wear the mask. I just want us to be, you know, taken credit. We've got the best fucking spitters in the world, like Dizzy, Skep, Wiley. Like there's no one could step to them in spitting. Like end of. So why has it not been taken so seriously over there? And I just, you know, so much love to Skepta, big up to Skepta, because he's getting the shine. That's what I'm saying. You know, that Kanye thing was really important for you know the culture.
What the Brits talking about? Yeah.
I think it's all aligning very well.
That in our lifetime, that if we look at the generation of like UK rap, like grime, we look at the Jammers, the Skepters, the BBK. You know, you've got Wiley's crew. You've got, you know, to see them on stage with Kanye,
crazy
is insane.
Crazy, absolutely crazy.
And not just that, the week before, fucking on stage with like ASAP doing, you know, at the same event as ASAP doing the Red Bull.
Crazy,
Flash.
yeah, it's a great fucking space for UK hip hop right now and grime.
Yeah.
So you know, I just kind of wanna, you know,
You do so unique, Danny. I say it to you all the time, like. You are the most unique like person at the end of the day. You know, you say it yourself. Like you say, like, oh, these people can be perceived as me as negativities. You know, I'm a white Jew from London, from Northwest London. Like people don't think that we can be rappers. You know, we're accountants. We're in property, but those are also your strengths at the end of the day.
Yeah, no,
without them, that's that's who you are, bro. And it comes out in your. There's one bar in your music, and I wish I could say it because I do know quite a lot of your bars. Well, one of your biggest fans is here. You know, one of our friends, Sleshel. Sleshel, if you can repeat this bar for us, that'd be great. But it's the one when you're like you can repeat it. In fact, you're like you say something, and then you say, "Look, I could spit like that." Do you know what I mean? I can spit like that. Do you know what I mean? No, Sleshel, come here, bro.
He's making up a new song there.
Making up a new song.
Is
You're
it
like,
a
little
you
career
drop like
start
some like
now.
fashion bars, like I'm in my Louis V. Or
Is it the one about I never flipped a brick in my whole life?
Yeah, exactly.
So like that bar is again, it's the whole. It's on perception. It's the first start of it is bright lights in my city, young dark night, flipping bitches. I never flipped a brick in my whole life, but I've listened to drug dealers, thug killings and crime, but I never replicate it, just replay it in my mind.
Yeah,
so it's like
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
like I've grown up. That's just saying. They're like I may have grown up seeing all the fucking, you know, the drug dealers and the fucking killers on, you know, on these hip hop videos. But I don't replicate it. I replay it in my mind. It's something I store in, and I think, damn, that's fucking, you know, crazy. But you know, I'm not from that, so I'm not gonna do that. But you know, a lot of perception is about saying, you know, what's real. Like I'm not going around acting like a gangster. I'm not no drug dealer, bro. Like that's
sure.
I didn't really want to tell you, bro. I do have that good Yayos killer.
Roy told me that I don't do heroin personally, but we.
It's the best shit I've ever had.
Take a look at Roy.
I'll tell you what, it's funny. Yeah, I remember the last time I was in a room with you two together would have been about 4 or 5 years ago.
We're doing a lot of
basement.
Was it the gangbang
in a basement? Yes, bro.
I kind of remember this.
Sorry, I mean, there was a lot of blokes there at the time, so I don't know who was there and who wasn't.
Mike was there. Welcome to Real Talk,
but no, it was Arthur Street. It was the basement of Arthur Street in Nottingham.
Dex.
And Jesus, exactly.
That's 5, 6, 7.
Let's talk about those
And I'll
years.
tell you what, I was just going to say.
Wow.
I remember, bro, me and you were stuck in a corner of that room.
I don't want to talk
an
about
hour.
this.
We won't get into that. But if you would have told me,
I barely remember what it was.
if someone had told me the next time I'd be in a room with you two was here doing this,
The podcast,
and where everyone where they are now,
Could you imagine?
No,
Insane.
I mean, it's
insane.
Crazy.
yeah,
You know, that's the internet for you, man.
Yeah, man. It gives everyone a platform.
It's a
bro.
platform,
It's a beautiful
bro.
thing. The fucking
And
we
it
live
connects.
in
It
the
connects.
best time.
I found my main producer online who makes number
He
one
was from Poland, no?
pop records from Finland.
I'm joking.
Ah, yeah.
Joking. Private joke.
It's like, how would we ever have found each other without the net? It's a pretty fucking crazy world, man. You know,
We live at the most beautiful time. Like 20 years ago,
beautiful but dark too.
dark nights.
Like seeing my 15-year-old sister, who I love to bits, glued to a mobile phone in her hand.
Bro,
It's crazy.
When my family,
I
my
hate
little
my
cousins,
phone, but you know I use it as my business. I want to
your
throw
business?
away my. I want to throw away my phone. but I have to utilize it as my business. You know, I use Twitter, I
Share
use
the love.
fucking Instagram, I use all of that things because it's promoting my business. Like,
I'm passing the joint to Slasher because honestly, if I smoke anymore,
Bro, I
we
was
will
just
not be
trying to figure out what
continuing
the
this
fuck was
conversation.
going on. I was like,
Slash was begging me for the joint because he lent he lent me some weed, not gang. No, but bro, let's talk about, you know, when we talk about like Arthur Street, your show in London. I swear, bro. So when we were all, everyone in this house, there's 12 people in this house right now. We were all at fucking Fabric, yeah. Raving to like the Chase and Statuses, you know, shout out to Chase and Status, the plasticians, like all these guys that we used to go and travel and see in these intimate little venues when they were growing. We were nothing. We were at school. We were like loving raving. And now, you know, first of all, you know, shout out for them because they're now at your shows, and I see them at every one of your shows, fucking
crazy,
supporting.
man.
And you know, that feeling of like being in that mosh pit when I used to grab you, and let's get real, yeah.
it's the best time. Hell yeah.
Let's be real. You know, you're not the biggest person in the world. You're extremely skinny.
I am.
It might
Due
just be
to
because I'm
years of
fat. So.
well, you are extremely fat as well. So compared to you,
Yeah, I see everyone
Not
as
really,
skinny.
yeah,
do you know
yeah,
what I
you
mean?
can't- yeah,
But,
you can't
you know,
compare.
it's crazy. But that's why we had to spray paint the microphone
in case you got
today,
confused.
we got confused
No,
between
no,
the two.
it happens a lot.
But you know that
someone's
fear-
calling my phone, so we might need to after.
Jesus. Jesse, go away, Jesse,
wait,
bro.
no.
Lot of love to Jesse.
Lot of luck. That's my manager, by the way, on the phone. My brother Jesse.
Hang up.
Calling from the US. Yeah, you might need to start the live. Oh, does it
Yeah,
go?
oh, wow,
Jesus.
Periscope.
Wow.
Thank you,
Jesus. Fair
Periscope.
play.
Thank you. So look, like, you know, as I was saying, like when I used to pick you up in a sweaty rave at 15 in Fabric,
Throw me into the
throw
mosh
you into
pit.
a bunch of like lunatics
Yeah.
on, you know, loving our fucking life. I haven't felt like that in a good. Like, I even went traveling and nowhere got that London vibe. I begged for Australia, Thailand. It's very like, you know, the lads on
there's
tour. There was
nowhere
none-
like London,
No, there's
bro.
not. There's
I've been
nowhere
to
like
so
London.
many places. and there's nowhere like London.
We used to,
go
yeah.
to.
I think
Like-
we had the best culture. Dubstep was around for 2 years, and we caught it. We
And that,
fucking
yeah,
caught
we were
it.
there for the Casper and Roscoe set.
When
they were
nobody.
Fabric 37.
We were there.
I booked them for like 300 quid.
It's crazy.
And now they're caking it.
You know,
But this is everyone's saying, like all these people who go out to the States from that scene are saying there's nothing like England.
hell no.
Yeah.
And that's what they're all saying.
Yeah, well,
like
they like
the
EDM.
crowds aren't the same.
It's
exactly.
different. It's a different.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
a different.
I mean, you know that better than anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. You know, as you said, like to see like Saul from Chase Status and Plastician coming to my show,
It must
like,
mean a
I'm
lot.
So much. Like I'm the biggest fans of them. So when they first reached out, I was like, raw. Like this is fucking crazy. Like we, as you said, we grew up doing fucking blow till fucking God knows how.
When he says blow, he means the lawn blower.
And,
Allegedly.
And what do you mean about growing up, bro? Some of us
Allegedly.
still there.
when I say growing up, I mean I'm still 18. But
We are 15 at heart, bro. We love life though, man. We don't want to grow
But
up.
yeah, no, it's crazy. Like like seeing them in the crowd, and when we used to be in the crowd, being like, I was just always knew I was like, one day, man.
I was saying that
One
feeling of
day,
like at
man.
Fabric. I'm so high, bro, that the tangents. That's why I love the podcast, because the tangents, bro. But when I had you like throwing you and shit,
Tangerine, are you hungry?
bro, if I was hungry, I wouldn't be looking for a tangerine, bro.
Yeah,
But
I wouldn't
do
be
you know
here.
what?
I'd
Just
probably
to
go back
go
for
you.
food
So
poisoning.
basically,
That's
this
what
is
I
how
was
predictable Danny is, everyone. So I knew the cake would be coming out. I knew the
Oh, yeah.
cake. So I brought some cake.
Wow.
bro.
I knew you would get
And
hungry.
when it's like, what's that guy, the one that does the interviews? What's his name?
Scott?
No, not Scott Wise, bro. He's huge. I mean, the one just below him, the one that's just did Jay-Z and those people.
Oh,
What's his name? You introduced me to him. He does all the interviews. Oh, wow.
I'm pretty barred out.
Yeah, no, I feel you, bro. So anyway, this isn't a present for you. This is mine. So
Oh, yeah, I'd have to throw it up straight away.
no, I'll throw it up for you and you can eat it. Like,
Lovely. We got the pizza there too.
But yeah, that feeling, man, I got that feeling at your fucking London show, bro. And I grabbed you, and not just that, not any rapper. They think they're too good. They're on stage. They don't think they're good enough. Mate, I'd never seen a bigger smile on your face that when you know that, like, for example, when Safe dropped at fucking London show, when that dropped, that's your London heritage tune in London, and the club was, I nearly broke my arm,
Yeah,
bro.
it was crazy, man. It's crazy when you're making the craziest is like when you make
Wow,
these
I
songs
love the cake.
and you have these visions of what I think you have to envision what the crowd is like before you even make the bars.
Yeah.
Like I know the bars that, you know, and that it was my first song where I took like the kind of the grimy sounds and put it on a kind of trappy influenced song. And, you know, that one bar, like, I'm repping JD Sports and not Foot Locker. Like,
I'm repping JD Sports, but not Foot
America
Locker.
will never get that bar.
Yeah.
That
That went
is
off
so
at the boiler room. I just remember
Bro,
that.
Boiler
I
Room.
remember that line
You want that as
going
show,
off.
bro, I swear.
Yeah.
I literally fucking threw Guido. Shout out to Guido, the best barber.
Shout
Both of
my
our
barber,
barbers.
yeah, it's our barber.
The
Shout
best
my brother.
barber over, bro.
TBAC barber.
Literally. Well, he's actually a Real Talk barber.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot he's employed full time now.
He's employed full time just to look after Roy's beard.
Yeah,
'Cause
mate.
when we're alive, I can't have fucking Roy's beard
yeah.
looking like.
No,
Bro, when I met
exactly.
Roy, he honestly looked like. You know the homeless guys living like on the street for years. They don't shave for years. That was
They
what Roy's
aspire to
eyebrows-
be me, bro.
Yeah, they aspire.
That's what I think is the deep down issue here.
What's that?
What's the deep down issue?
Oh, I thought that Scott is aspiring to Roy E.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
No, I said tramps
Yeah.
aspire to be Roy.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
aspire to be me.
Can tell with the beard situation.
Wow, how dare you?
I'm sorry.
Let's drop it. Who's got
I'm
the
trying-
better
Yeah,
beards?
boy better beard.
Boy better
Who's
beard.
getting
It's
it?
kind of gay, bro.
I know, bro. It's overly gay, but that doesn't matter because gay means happy, and we're not.
You're on the
homophobic.
casting
We are
couch
happy.
now, bro.
We're not homophobic.
We are not homophobic. No,
We are
no.
not homophobic.
No homo.
If you
No,
love,
no.
But I
Willies-
gotta say,
if
I
you
think-
love Willies, bro, that's your choice.
Bro,
bro.
I think.
If Roy loves Steve, I'm not gonna
That's
not
cool.
let him be my business partner, or not gonna fucking let him be on the show.
True, yeah, the money's going to dry up very quickly, but still. like,
No, but like, tell us, like, let's get back on topic. What what's next for Danny Seth? So we heard about perception, like in regards to, you know, where it's come from, what's happening now, and what can people fucking expect, man?
I just ask that people just keep their minds open. You know, I've kept to, you know, I know people want to hear the bangers. I want to hear the bangers. You know, I've got the bangers on there. But it's more about the story throughout the whole song. You know, the track listing is made up of 3 sentences. It's basically the story of how, you know, London didn't accept me and how, you know, it's kind of slowly starting to turn around. But kind of, it's 17 tracks too, which everyone was telling me to cut down. But
To what?
I've
What's
got-
like what's the average?
12
of
is
music?
kind
12?
of 12 is the number. But I felt like, you know, I've been working on this for 2.5 years. It wouldn't make sense if I pulled one track out. And it's like, enjoy it. Like, I haven't put anything out for 2 years. Listen to 17 tracks, and hopefully that can guide you to the album.
Can I ask then, you know, you're saying obviously you've worked so hard and so long on your album, like that's not something you want to rush out, that's something you've fully gone for.
For sure.
What do you think about this 15-second culture you've got? You know, every Snapchat video, every Instagram video.
That's what I'm saying. It's a crazy fucking culture.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think because I'm so deep in social media and I'm seeing it, I think, you know, I've you know, no one can avoid it. You know, it's how you handle it and making them 15 seconds extended. People are happy. Thing is, people are happy with 15 seconds. People do anything just to get them 15 seconds. Whereas we've seen those 15 seconds. We've seen people kind of come up with them 15 seconds and then fade away. So I think as long as you kind of, you know, are passionate and, you know, willing to accept that, it's, you know, my favorite quote to say, and Scott knows this, my favorite thing to say is that, and let me have a couple of toes on.
Jesus, we converted him
My
already.
favorite
Wow.
thing to say is that it takes at least 5 years to blow up overnight. And
Yeah,
that
I
is
like that.
like the truest statement ever. Like,
People
I've
think
seen
it's
people
like
blow up who I know have been doing it from day. And people are like, I just blew up overnight. Hell no, man. You think he fucking picked up a microphone yesterday and fucking started rapping?
if people do blow up at night, as we discussed earlier, you know, a couple weeks later they ain't blown up
It's
no
just
more.
it's a one night stand.
It's
It's
exactly
not-
what
it's
I
not
had
a
with my
You
relationship.
said to me
scenario.
today, bro. What did you say
What I
to
had
me?
with my scenario 3 years ago.
What happened with the week?
With the thing,
Yeah,
I could
mate.
use
And I remember there was a
That'd be
sick
15
video as
seconds.
well. I remember it was a sick video.
It was good for what it was.
At
but
the time.
the visions I had were always kind of the IRIs because kind of about you know, the money I needed to save up. I needed to fucking, you know, have the right people, you know, fuck with me to know I could get to audience. I didn't want to make an IRIs going out to 500 people.
Yeah, but that's the most. Well, we got 500 listens on our last
Couldn't
podcast.
we're buzzing.
We're buzzing.
Couldn't fucking get over it.
We started last week. We got 5 years to go.
Yeah, it's cool.
But mate, like in regards to like, if you look at the situation, like when I hear you say it, like obviously I come on like different like individual meetings with you, like I hear you having to like, you know, like tell your fucking story, man, and it's been so like helpful for me because it learned like I have to get my shit together and understand, like you understand your direction, like we're still early, so I'm still understanding the direction.
That's what I'm saying. It took me, as I said, a long time to fucking find my sound.
But it's nice to know you've now got your sound. Do you know what I mean? And look at the selfless things you've done, bro. Like you were about to blow up. You said, "Nah, I don't want to fucking blow up. I want to go and fucking let people understand my music and not my visuals, my music."
Yeah.
And now it's 2 years. How long? 2-3 years later? 3 years later, and you're about to drop the biggest tape of your life in a social media position. Because let's be honest, like we can't hide from it. It's the most important thing in what we're doing. We need, you know, you need to have followers.
Hell yeah.
And you need to have supporters.
It's pretty fucked up, but it's the truth.
But what's the difference between having followers on Twitter and, you know, now that makes you money through naked advertising, you know, through brands wanting to be with you? What's the difference between that and, you know, people following you in regards to going to buy your CD? It's just a different form.
It's a different form, but they're buying into a brand nowadays.
Yeah.
They want to be sat on this couch right here with us. They want to be our friend.
Yeah, but they can have that now, bro. Because look, we're on fucking Periscope,
no, that's
bro.
what I'm saying. It's like they want, you know, they want to wear what we're wearing, want to do what we're doing, and you know, it's a crazy fucking culture. It's like, it's crazy. It's just keeps moving. It keeps changing. Like shit, like Periscope discovered 2 days ago that will change the way shit is me. I'm gonna use it for shit like this to go to the studio to show how I'm mixing the whole project. Yeah. To show, you know, a day in the life of me.
We joke as well, but like the Drake bars come up, but just to show how we live, bro. Like it's insane. You can get an inside life. It's an inside
almost
view.
like it's cutting the media out of it, you know, the paparazzi, like it's
Beautiful
gone.
thing,
this
bro.
is your paparazzi, do you know what I mean?
Mate, paparazzi, the name they had, that disgusting, like, and don't get me wrong, they're still there, that bam, 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 like when you see all the problems, but now this is like, you're your own paparazzi.
Yeah, it cuts them out of the equation, you know. You can choose what you want to show in your snapshot, I guess.
It's pretty crazy.
It's insane. It's insane. So what, you know, let's look at today. You're flying to Finland in the morning.
Yeah.
Why are you flying to Finland?
Because I got fucked over mixing my project. That's why it's been delayed. So I have to remix the whole project, me and MDS, from scratch. Like, we're just going to do it the whole, you know, it's better done yourself. You know, I worked too hard on this project for it to come out and sound mediocre. Like, the actual sound, it's got a bang in every speaker. So going to
crispness. We can shout out Young Thug for the crispness of his new album.
I mean, yeah, it's mixed very well. Like, it's all about the mix, man. Like, that's why I respect Travis so much. Like, shit sounds crazy and fucking everything.
God, that is your biggest fan, Sleshel, like not coping being in the room with you right now, Danny. That's your big Sleshel. Just please show your face on camera once. Please. Please, to show. Take a seat. Do you know what, Sleshel? Take a seat. This, let me explain.
My dude.
Let me explain right now. Take a seat. This right here is being a boy since day. Like, I'm joking, baby. But listen, he's been a boy since day, and he's Danny's biggest fan. Like, it's insane. Like, he's shaking. It's your. Stop shaking, bro. Bro, the couch is shaking, but I'm shaking. You're shaking. I know, bro. You're here. You're here, bro. You're here. How do you feel? Take them.
No, but for real, like it's crazy. Like,
but look, your biggest fan sitting on the couch. No,
but in all real, like, to have support from like Schlesh, who we've known each other through the crowd, but like,
but that's someone you want.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know that he's not liking it because we've been best friends. He's liking it because he's fucking with it, and for that to be from my, you know, my circle and people that I know, it's crazy. That's what I kind of worked for, because no one did support me in the circle. So I fuck with you, Slash. That's my dog.
Slash is going to be coming on the podcast eventually, aren't you, Slash?
I am.
Have a word. Ask Danny your one question that you wanted to ask Danny in your life. Ask him that one question that you wanted to ask Danny. You've got the chance here. Come here, baby. Come here.
Oh, come on. Let me come up. Let me come up close to you, man.
Oh my god, this is so.
Come here. Tell Danny. Tell Santa what you want. Santa Seth. Tell Santa Seth what you want for Christmas.
Oh my god.
So, Danny, we're gonna do a mixtape together, then, yeah?
Drop a few bars, Sleshel. Please move up now. Please move up. Drop a few bars, Sleshel. Real talk behind
Real
the
talk.
scenes.
No bars from Schleswig.
No bars from Schleswig?
No bars from
We don't have enough money for the
Yeah,
bars.
no, exactly, man. You got to talk to my management, Guido.
Right. Thank you, brother.
It's alright, no problems, man.
I love you. A boy since
Love
day.
Danny, man.
Wow, I can't open this door at all. Wow. It's getting too smoky.
Yeah, Jesus.
Very, very smoky. Roy's way too high. Roy hasn't
Bro, I'm
smoked in
so
4 months.
high.
Pretty high.
And today's chilling, bro.
Yeah,
But
man.
mate,
Normally I can't shut the fuck up. I'm just sitting there melting into your couch.
bro,
Jesus.
less.
A lot's happened on that couch. A lot of stains on these couches.
Oh,
What
I'm
was-
glad I'm sitting on this one then.
Yeah, that's the worst one, brother.
Right here.
Bro, we'll finish up, but look, mate, it's been the biggest pleasure speaking to you.
No,
like,
thank you,
I can't
man.
explain. Like, even though you're my best friend, like, and my family,
On occasion.
on occasion,
When you need it, like, tonight, I was family.
mate, it's been the biggest fucking pleasure. Like, keep doing you, bro, because like
No,
you're.
man, I
I don't want to sound gay, but and when I say gay, I don't mean homophobic. I mean, like,
The
I don't wanna
disclaimer
sound-
has to come up
disclaimer,
there.
allegedly, allegedly. But at the end of the day, like, you are, like, me and Roy discussed, man, like, you're an inspiration, bro. Like, you're killing at the moment,
100%.
and we definitely like.
No, I'd say
The
you
gratitude
know, I'm
for
not,
coming on the show is
No,
massive.
thank you, man. As I said, like I support things which I see and believe in. I think this is a really dope platform. I think it's a chance for people to really see the different side to whether it's a music industry, you know, the side. You know, it's a great thing of podcasting. You know, obviously always good support the family, and I see myself in you as well. So it's like I know what it's like. At
Just
the
a fatter
beginning.
version.
Well, not just fat, like finding it hard to breathe, barely moving from that couch.
I know, but it's funny because like that's why we work so well. Because I'm so fat, like I'm obese. I find it difficult to get up the couch. I love my Haagen-Dazs around me. It's crazy.
No, I know.
But also like
And I can be your
being how
toothpick.
skinny you are.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's insane. You can't get up from.
I
the
know.
because your bones might.
That's what I'm
shatter.
saying. And if you
it's-
inhale,
yeah,
I
I might
that's-
inhale you. It's
That's why there
insane.
has to be. People don't realize there's actually a glass pane here in
It's
case
like the
he gets
presidential
hungry. So it's like he doesn't.
You rat. All right. I love
Wow.
you. Much love.
Love,
Everyone. Love.
yeah,
Peace
respect
out.
to real
Mwah.
talk.
Before
So
you sign out, draw a bit of pizza.
Turn it round. Turn it round. On the periscope.
wait,
Turn
put
it round.
it here,
Turn
put
it
it
round.
here, put it
Turn it
here.
round. I love that.
That's amazing.
Basically-
Put it in. They can't see. And
That
there to the
is
periscope.
so
To the periscope.
Listen,
There you fat guy.
listen.
That is so
Basically, what this proves is that my fans on Periscope have taste and realise that
They're right.
They're-
They're right. They
they're-
looked at me and they were like,
they were tired
They
of-
actually must have looked at you and been like, Jesus Christ,
fucking
can we?
mine have
see,
got taste. Yours are sitting there
Can
like.
we see Scott and someone else in the
so
camp?
funny.
Maybe they just saw you because of how you were like
That's what I'm saying.
bulging
bro.
out.
My guests were like, "Where is Danny?"
Yeah,
Seth?
they.
I
He's
see
not
this
here.
fat cunt every
He's
day.
not
Where
here.
the fuck is Danny Seth? He's not here. I can't see him.
They're watching a
Nice
third of a
feeling.
podcast, just the middle
Literally.
part of the podcast.
We
They're
need
like, Roy hasn't spoken in
There's
2
not a-
hours.
It's not an iPad that's come out with a wide enough lens.
This is why best friends should not be allowed on the podcast. And when I say best friends, I mean Danny lend me a tenner. You're my
yeah.
family.
You still owe me £400.
I do owe you because you're going to Poland.
I know, and I'm
you need it, and you sold your car.
I know. Please help me, Jesus Christ! Perception. I might have to
Perception.
have to charge for it.
Fucking amazing.
Who was that pizza box idea? That was genius.